Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to be bringing back the Prince inside of Clash Royale, trying it out inside of a new deck that you guys might notice doesn't have any legendary cards. Super nice to find a deck not using legendary cards inside of the game. You guys can probably use this. Most of these cards are available at lower arenas, except for the guards, I believe. So feel free to try it out. Let's go ahead and do it inside of a couple of battles and to see what this deck is all about. I copied it from someone at the top of the Win Trader boards, and let's see if it's actually useful. So starting off, I'm going to put some guards in the back, which is really awkward. You never actually want to start with guards, but since he played his Royal GG so far back, that actually gave me a pretty good opportunity to go for his tower, and that's what I'm going to do right here. So mini P.E.K.K.A.s should be able to help zap down the barbarians as well as the tower right here, and I finally locked onto the tower with my Prince, and the Prince is just going to stab this tower to death. The Prince does so much damage by itself, he's just going to keep stabbing it over and over again, and just like that, the Prince is showing his value by taking the tower all the way down to 469 HP. So very first push of the game worked out well. He definitely played that Royal Giant in an awkward position to where I didn't even have to do anything about it until I replenished the rest of my elixir. So I'm going to play an elixir pump in the center. Let's go ahead and see what our man game over responds with. So that's an interesting elixir collector, and I could drop my poison right now and hit both the elixir collector and his side crown tower. Also, I could drop my poison spell on all three of the two towers as well as the elixir pump if I knew I was going to take that left tower out with only spells, but instead I'm just going to start with the slow push. I know that tower on the left hand side is as good as dead whenever I want it to be, so instead let's just go for like a little guard on a giant on Royal Giant action. Looks like the brother's going to be dueling it out, and his actually is going to go down fairly quickly. I'm going to get a really nice zap down that's going to give me a ton of value. My giant's going to start beating away on his tower, and even with his miner running over, he's just going to get smacked in the face, and my musketeer is still going to be almost at about 75% HP. So because of that, I'm going to go on a counterattack, and I'm going to drop that poison I was talking about. I'll drop the poison on the elixir collector, the side crown tower, as well as the king tower, because I know that tower on the left is pretty much as good as dead, and one last poison on the left should be able to wrap up the game, unless I need to go for another tower on this right hand side. Better safe than sorry, and that mini P.E.K.K.A. was just absolutely disgusting. I must have lagged right there, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, guards are helping clean up the Royal GG. The tower's taken a beating, but he doesn't have much elixir to respond with, so again, gonna counter that with our giant and another poison spell. Look at that perfect poison spell. That's some geometry right there, boys. We're getting a full isosceles triangle right there with the towers and that elixir pump. His tower's taken a beating from both my my giant as well as my mini P.E.K.K.A. and musketeer are trying to help out. My tower's at 737. I'm trying to get his second tower to go towards my imaginary crown chest. I think I already completed it for the day, and with 12 seconds left, elixir pump will stop the Royal GG in his tracks, and that's going to wrap up a pretty simple win. We had a really nice push in the beginning. He played that Royal Giant way too far back, and because of that, my mini P.E.K.K.A. and Prince push, which sort of looked like a Dark Prince push, just destroyed that tower all the way down to like 430. So 1 crown to 0, 22 cups, and a GG against my man game over. Very fitting name for the match that we just had right there. So battle number 2, let's take a look at our deck, starting with the elixir collector. I feel pretty confident in the cards I have to defend. I can use the Prince against something that's like single target. I could use the guards against, let's say, a mini P.E.K.K.A., musketeer, anything like that. He's going to drop his princess, and I'm going to drop my poison spell in just a second to be able to take her out, and his musketeer is actually going to jump into the poison spell, which is really good for us, and it takes her low enough to where she's one-shottable from my mini P.E.K.K.A. And since he committed so hard right there, we can go for our own little counter push with the guards and the mini P.E.K.K.A. And keep in mind, we still have our elixir pump in the back, cranking away a ton of elixir for us, and overall putting us in a pretty good position. So the tower's so low, I should have zapped that tower. I'm an idiot. I thought I was going to get a shot off. If I zapped that, I could have done like 1,000 damage to that tower. But instead, I'm going to play an elixir pump, and even though I'm down on damage right now, I definitely have a massive, massive lead when it comes to the elixir game. And you guys know I'm all about the elixir, all about that base. Okay, let's keep going with the giant on the right. We've got the musketeer prepped up. I want to do a slow push, so not playing my prince just yet, but I'm going to be getting a lot of elixir, so I'm going to have to force the issue sooner than later. And since he's dropping his giant, I could go for the left-hand side, but instead, let's just go balls to the walls and go all the way on the right. So the prince and the guards doing work on that giant. The mini P.E.K.K.A. dropped at the same time. I really feel like maybe I should have gone on the left-hand lane and not committed so hard onto the right. But still, Mini P.E.K.K.A should be beaten down right here, and our Mini P.E.K.K.A, finally I'm going to zap the tower, and that's going to give me the big damage we need to take that tower down to below half HP. So decently close game. I definitely should have mixed up that push last time. I shouldn't have gone all in because he just played that poison spell and ended up taking a lot of value out of my push. We're pretty even on elixir, I think. Maybe I have like a small elixir lead, or maybe he does since he played that giant first. I'm going to play my giant in the back, and let's get ready to tear this giant down. I like fighting on our side of the map, and that's what we're starting doing, which is really good. His giant has no support right now, but by the time the Mini P.E.K.K.A reaches my first guard, his giant is already at like 40% HP, which is obviously not how you want to do that push. And I don't even care about that Musketeer on the left, guys. The Musketeer does about 1,000 damage by itself at max rank. I know I'm a little bit of a Clash Royale nerd, so I'm not going to care about her. I'm just going to go for a huge push down the right-hand lane. We got the Mini P.E.K.K.A, we got the Prince, we got the guards, we got the whole army, plus a second Musketeer. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to start chopping away at the tower. First tower of the game is gone. His zap means absolutely nothing, and now we can crush down this tower and hopefully be able to wrap up this game. Now, a giant is going to stop our Musketeer in the tracks, so I was hoping to be able to pull off that 3-crown win. The giant is going as fast as it can. My Mini P.E.K.K.A is running over it as well. I'm going to zap down the towers and poison it to see if we can pull it off. And with a single, 2 seconds left, we're going to get the 3-crown W. And we got exactly what we wanted from that battle. We started off slow. We got the elixir lead. We also got 40 trophies, so I can definitely see some tears behind that iPad from our friend we just played. Let's get into another one, and it looks like we've got a streamer from Twitch. All right, well, let's play IamE62 Twitch, and let's see if his Twitch stream is even worth checking out. So starting off, Elixir Collector in the back. He's going to play some skeletons. Okay, must be cycling to something. He's wasting elixir right now. He wasted about, I'd say, I don't know, he wasted a decent amount of elixir, maybe 1 elixir, or maybe 2 elixir. I don't know. Every elixir matters, guys. And he's going to play an elixir pump after this, which means, yo, I'm going in for an all-out push. If he's going to play a late elixir pump when I already have a Musketeer, a Prince, and a Giant on the field, that tower is as good as gone. Take a look as my Prince charges at his Musketeer. I'm going to zap to try to help out. I probably should have zapped those skeletons, but still, that Prince is going to kill that Musketeer, and now we've got a Giant Musketeer combo onto the tower. The Giant's going to keep slapping away, and before you know it, that tower is all but dead. So one last punch, he does like 300 damage per hit. He's even gonna smack that elixir pump once, which is just crazy. Twice. The giant is busted, guys. The giant is just busted. There's no other way to say it. All right, well, he's going for a push on the left. I thought he wouldn't commit to anything else, but I still have a Mini P.E.K.K.A to chop down that Valkyrie, to chop down the Hog Rider as well. Big push on the left, plus 2 elixir pumps for me means an awesome push on the right-hand lane. I dropped my guards just a half second too early so they didn't lock onto the cannon, and I had to zap that, guys. Whenever you had the opportunity to zap 4 buildings, it just feels wrong if you don't, so I just zapped it right there, and you can see my guard actually taking out that last skeleton. The Giant's doing work. The Mini P.E.K.K.A slapping down that tower. This guy's still holding on for dear life, but that tower is pretty much as good as gone. 1 or 2 more hits from the Giant. The Musketeer should be able to clean that up, and then now we can just run to victory and cap this bad boy off. So, in conclusion, I definitely wouldn't recommend this guy's Twitch stream because he got dominated. I'm sorry, IamE62. RIP. Well, 3 crowns right there. Pretty simple battle. Yeah, not too much else to say about that one. Let's hop into one final battle and see if we can expand on that trophy lead. ZL Fancy, our final opponent and final victim of the day. Definitely not my favorite starting hand right here, but the Musketeer should be serviceable at least, so I'll drop her in the back. He's going to cycle from his skeletons. And it looks like he might have wasted an elixir right there, but still, he's going to play his own Musketeer. Now, if he were smart, he would play something in front of that Musketeer, but instead, it's just going to be a Musketeer standoff. He's going to let me get away with playing that early Musketeer and an elixir pump, as well as the fact that he wasted 1 elixir on skeletons and 1 elixir on letting his elixir bar go over full. So because of that, he's going to play his elixir pump. What are with the people today in playing these late elixir pumps? You have to know what your opponent has. Like, if both of my opponents I just played are watching this video, or if you guys make the same mistake, you have to know your opponent's elixir in your head. And the fact that I had been saving up my elixir throughout the entire battle, or at the very beginning of the battle, and he was aggressive with it. He played the 1 elixir skeletons, he wasted an elixir, and I had already made profit off my elixir collector, just meant that there was nothing good that was going to happen for him. We took tower number 1. Tower number 2 is about to drop in just a second. He's going for a Hog Rider. I could care less about that Hog Rider. Guards are going to stop that Hog Rider in its tracks, and my Musketeer is going to start cleaning up his Musketeer, And with a minute and 38 seconds left, his King Tower is all the way down. It's butt naked. And I don't know what else this guy's going to do. We got a Giant on the right. We can follow up with our Mini P.E.K.K.A. That Elixir Pump is still doing work for us. I'm going to see if we can end up knocking this game out. I really want to get that 3 crown, but he's going to be that guy who has to try to defend his tower at all costs. But the Mini P.E.K.K.A. should be rumbling down the lane, as well as a Prince to cap it off, and hopefully be able to end this one out. So, ZL Fancy, good game, my friend. Well played. 3 crowns to 0. That was an absolute domination. And guys, if you want to try this deck, it doesn't require any legendaries. Thank you, Supercell, for giving us a deck inside of the meta that doesn't require opening up super magical chests or sacrificing your firstborn. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Try out this deck and let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace out.